We've got new information about yesterday's school shooting in Tennessee. Monday morning, an armed assailant broke into a private Christian school in Nashville and opened fire. 6 victims were shot and killed inside the school. 3 9-year-old students, including the daughter of a church pastor, a custodian, and substitute teacher, both 61, and the 60-year-old head of the school. After police arrived, the 28-year-old assailant was shot and killed by authorities. The shooter is believed to be a former student of the school, and police say they uncovered a manifesto and maps of the school.
So, a Christian school got shot up by a transgender former student. Where is Jesus Christ? Okay? Call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High. In the name of His only begotten Son. In the name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. And I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and truth is sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, which goes into his plans, his schemes, okay? And this is another one of those, okay? This is another, some bullshit, man. And, I kind of waited till all the information came out before I did this video. But, I saw yesterday a footage came out from a body cam footage of them actually shooting the, this individual that did this. And, these are all like, psyops and stuff, man. A lot of this stuff is, made up, okay, or now I wouldn't say made up, I'll say put together, okay, to a certain extent. I gotta be very careful with my words because people, but, yeah, this is just another one of those things, man. All right. But I just find it funny how this is a so-called Christian school, okay, that where was Jesus at? Okay, where if you supposed to be Christians, where was Jesus at? Okay, which that's not the true name, okay, or the true Lord of the Bible. His name is YAHAWASHI. He was a Negro, okay, well, he was a Hebrew, but today you would classify him as a Negro, okay. But I just find it funny how this school got shot up. Not only did it get shot up, but it got shot up by a transgender who formerly went to the school. Okay, so this person formerly went to the school, and you saw what good it did for that person. Okay, and then out of the demons that's on her, or him, or whatever it is, it decided to do this. For however valid it is. Okay, we just going with their story. Okay, which shows you that these people do not know the truth. Okay. Let me grab that real quick, because if you knew this truth, man, you won't even enroll your kids in these type of schools, man. Okay, because there is no truth in them. Okay, the Lord is not in these Christian schools. He's not in these Christian churches. The Lord doesn't want nothing to do with you Christians, man. Okay, the Lord is for His people, which are the Israelites, and right now He's only dealing with the elect of Israel. This is John chapter 8, verse 31, it says, then said YAHAWASHI to those Jews, not to the whole world, to the Jews, okay, which are the Israelites, which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, not the whole world, not anybody who claim, who say they believe, just because they say it, they believe. No. If you continue in my word, then ye are my disciples indeed, which means students, and if we continue in his word, serving Yahweh Bashim Yahshua in truth and sincerity, we will very well be his disciples. And the Lord is going to keep us from stuff like this. But here's the point. It says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. You see? So now that we know this truth has made us free from all these lies, all the bullshit, all the psyops, okay, all the pseudoscience, all the, all these strongholds, these religions and all this stuff, man. We ain't falling for it, okay? So I'm going to let this play. I'm going to grab some more scriptures.
How the shooting would take place. Police have also said the shooter is believed to be transgender. The assailant was armed with 2 assault-style weapons.
When they say transgender, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a man that transferred into a girl, or tried to transfer to a girl that tried to transfer into a man. confusion. That's how you know we in Babylon. Okay, the virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay, Babylon the Great. Okay, the land of straight confusion.
Gun, and police say at least 2 of the guns were legally obtained in the Nashville area. In the aftermath of the attack, President Biden called on Congress to restore the ban on assault weapons.
Then you get this guy comes up, and instead of judging the person who did it, they gonna judge the weapon. Okay, but whenever a damn nigga you do a drive by or a drill, they gonna judge the shit. They gonna put it on all of us. They'll put it on all of us. But when it's their people, they'll never put it on them, and they're gonna blame every single object but the person who did it. Okay, or what about blaming those hormonal pills you gave this individual that got them calling themselves a transgender? They ain't gonna blame them on that stuff. Okay, so understand we in a very, very wicked world, and all this shit is rigged, man.
15s and AK-47s.
Tetris?
Tetris.
Tetris. Tetris. Tetris. It's the perfect game.
Was in place from 1994 to 2004. A Republican-controlled Congress allowed that ban to expire, but an expert study has found that mass shootings went down by 70% when the ban was in place. Since it expired, mass shootings have been on the rise, with at least 131 mass shootings taking place so far in 2023, up from...
And this is all just a ploy for this man to take your guns. So what? So he can bring in that martial law. Okay? Order out of chaos. This is called order out of chaos. And a lot of these people in these videos, they're called, in these situations, they're called crisis actors. Okay? Meaning they literally put out a fucking ad on Craigslist. You can find these ads on Craigslist about crisis actors, and they be these people that play these roles for these news casters, in the media, which goes into medium, which is sorcery. Yeah, we know what you devils are doing, man. We see you very clearly, man.
115 in 2022.
It's been...
Democrats across the country continue to demand gun reform, but Republicans, like this Tennessee lawmaker who represents Nashville, seen here in his 2021 Christmas card brandishing weapons with his family, have long resisted calls to restrict deadly weaponry. On Fox News, one mother crashed a press conference to demand action.
So let me, before I go there, okay, let's go here real quick. Because this next lady, she's a total crisis actor, man. They set her ass up, all right? She was definitely set up. And he gonna hear what she say. Before we go there, let me grab this, going into this Christian school again, because I just find this funny. John chapter 4, verse 22, ye worship ye know not what. So what was they worshiping in that Christian school? What was that individual worshiping that shot up the school, that used to go to the school, that made them decide to change their gender, so-called? And then, with further, scripture has trained up a child in the way they should go. So if this individual was in that school at one point in time, something happened remember, just saying this is real, okay? Let's just pretend. Something happened in that school to make that person want to go to that particular school to do what they did, okay? And who knows, who knows? The person might have got touched by a teacher or something, and it was a Christian school. Look at these Catholic churches, man. It's a bunch of weirdos and pedos in there. It says, ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews, which once again is the Israelites, man. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, okay, was considered the Jews, but also you have the northern kingdom, which is Ephraim, Manasseh, Reuben, okay, Naphtali, and it goes on and on. So the Israelites, the 12 tribes, that's who salvation is for, not for the whole world, man. And you got all these Edomites standing around from there. They was going to a Christian school. It says, for the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers, because these people aren't true worshipers, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. This is how the Lord wants you to worship him, in spirit and in truth. Not according to your own will, your own flesh, your own heart, your own mind, according to the Spirit, man. Okay, and in truth. It says, the Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth, man. And these people aren't worshiping the true God of the Bible in spirit and in truth. They're doing the furthest thing from it. Okay? So let's let this play.
Covering this?
Aren't you guys tired of being here?
Listen to what she's saying.
On Fox News, one mother crashed a press conference to demand action.
Aren't you guys tired of covering this? Aren't you guys tired of being here and having to cover all of these mass shootings? Family vacation with my son, visiting my sister-in-law. I have been lobbying in DC since we survived a mass shooting in July. I have met with over 130 lawmakers. How is this still happening? How are our children still dying, and why are we failing them? Gun violence is the #1 killer of children and teens. It has overtaken cars. Assault weapons are contributing to the border crisis and fentanyl. We are arming cartels with our guns and our loose gun laws, and these shootings and these mass shootings will continue to happen until our lawmakers step up and pass gun safety legislation.
Nashville police just released security footage of the shooter in yesterday's devastating school shooting in Tennessee. Just minutes before devastating Nashville.
Let's go back to that.
Border crisis and fentanyl. We are arming cartels with our guns and our assault weapons are contributing to the border crisis and fentanyl. We are arming cartels. Assault weapons are of children, and why are we failing them? Gun violence is the #1 killer of children and teens. It has overtaken cars. Assault weapons are contributing to the border crisis and fentanyl.
Not to mention a lot of these shootings that go on, it be Edomites doing it, man. It be Edomites doing it. So maybe it ain't the gun. Maybe it's the people. Okay?
We are with our guns and our loose gun laws, and these shootings and these mass shootings will continue to happen until our lawmakers step up and pass gun safety legislation.
See? Until all our lawmakers step up and pass gun legislation, which pretty much means they want to take your guns, man. And they want to take your guns because they're about to do it. They're about to come down with great wrath. Scripture says in Revelation 12:12, the devil know that he hath but a short time. Okay? So he's about to come down with great wrath. Okay? And he can't come down with great wrath the way he wants to. Scripture say how he shall be like a madman sparing none. He can't do that the way he wants to if people still got all these guns, man. So they're trying to get rid of the assault rifles, which is your, a way you can defend yourself. They want to take away your chance to defend yourself. If motherfuckers are shooting up schools and stuff, and motherfuckers is shooting up, then shouldn't you need something to defend yourself? What if the cops will get there in time? Could the cops get there in time to save those 6 people, so-called? Let's just go with their narrative. Job chapter 5 verse 12, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, and that so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, because they ain't gonna be able to take all these guns, man. Okay, they forget about that, but they're gonna have to eventually, just come down with a great wrath. But this is what they're trying to do. They want to take the guns, which is not gonna happen. These Americans ain't gonna give their damn guns. Maybe the stupid ones will, but a lot of these, Republicans like that senator they showed you, on his Christmas card, they're not giving them guns up, man. That's Esau blessing. Esau is not about to give his blessing up. You can forget about it. It says, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. They think they slick. And the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. We see what these devils doing. Their counsels and they have these meetings and these plans, and then we see them coming to pass. We see them, moving on it, man. I just did a video about how you have motherfuckers fighting in Walmart over water, and then it was because what happened in Philadelphia, which is the damn hood. They had another train derailment, and toxic chemicals spilled into the air, into the water. So because of that, you got people fighting in stores over water, man. This is all a part of this man's plan. It's called order out of chaos. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. Like they have these Bilderberg meetings. And when I first started seeking the truth, or even before I started seeking the truth, I was going into a lot of these conspiracy theories and stuff, and I found out about that shit, man. And you had this guy Alex Jones outside the damn building, cussing their ass out. But those Bilderberg meetings, man, they would meet in daytime, but they wouldn't allow nobody in those meetings. No news, press, no nothing. Nobody could go on there. So who knows what they was in there talking about? And this is the type of shit they was talking about. Okay, we know. Okay, the scriptures, like I said earlier, we are not ignorant of Satan's device. Hey, man, we know. All right. Goddamn, Edomite, just got in the car right next to my ass, smiling. She must have heard everything I said. So be it. But it says, they meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. But he saveth the poor, which is, the Israelites, okay, more specifically, the elect of Israel right now. It says he saveth the poor from the sword, which is the destruction that's coming. The Lord's going to save his elect, man. Okay, so no matter what these devils do, they're really only destroying themselves, because the Lord's going to deliver his elect. It says, but he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty, which the mighty is the people that's in power, which are the Edomites. Okay, they're in power. It says, he says, so the poor have hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth. You see, so we got hope, man. All right. It says, for he maketh sore and blind and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yet in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. So these evil goes into bad times. These bad times ain't for to necessarily come upon the elect. How they gonna come upon these other people? It says in famine. That's the point on that. That's the point on that. And that's a beautiful chapter. I love this chapter. But let me go here. Okay. Because the whole world is tight right now, man. The whole world is upset. Not just, these Americans, but all over the world you got them protest because of who's in power. Okay, the people that are in power. Okay, the world is not in its proper rulership. Okay. Let me go here. It says Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And right now the wicked is bearing the rule. Okay, the wicked are in power. Which are you Edomites? Let's grab that. Let's grab that, man. The border. Okay. This is Malachi chapter 4 verse 3. And I hated Esau. So the Lord hates Esau, man. Okay. God is not all love. God does not love everybody. That's why you got, all them Edomites in that Christian church. Because it ain't about the Lord, man. Scripture says he is not in these temples made with hands. You got the devil in them temples, man. And when you had demons on that motherfucking individual that, went there and did that. Or for their narrative's sake, okay? By the way, I was watching this movie last night. It was called Astro, or something like that. Shit was crazy, man. I kind of fell asleep on it a little bit, but it was crazy. But it was this this Edomite kid that pretty much his mom died, so he started going into astral projection, and then when he went into astral projection, when he started practicing with it, he started seeing shadow people and shit, and he had demons on him. Okay, he had whole demons on him. Then he went to a damn witch to try to get the demon off of him, and in the movie she was able to do it or whatever, but the demon had plagued his mom, and the demon had plagued him. And the motherfucker started acting all strange and shit. What I ask these everyday Americans, man, they got demons on them, bro. They got demons on them, okay? And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahawah of hosts. This is how they built up America. Thus say Yahawah of hosts, they shall build. Yeah, you gonna build for a certain, and they still building. You ride on the street, you see all type of construction going on. It says, yeah, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. And the Lord's going to throw this place down. He's going to take Esau out of power. To hell with white supremacy and Edomite hegemony, okay? It says, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people whom the Most High hath indignation forever. You see, the people that hate it, man, the Lord is not with Esau. All right.
Nashville police just released security footage of the shooter in yesterday's devastating school shooting in Tennessee. Just minutes before slaughtering 3 adults and 3 children at the Covenant School in Nashville, around 10 a.m. yesterday, the shooter drove into the school parking lot in this Honda Fit. The shooter apparently DM'd a suicide note to a friend around that time saying, quote, something bad is about to happen and they were going to die today. That friend says she called the sheriff's office and the suicide prevention hotline, but it was too late. About 10 minutes later, you can see bullets fly through the school's glass doors that were reportedly locked. There is no audio on the video, but you can see the shooter kicks through some of the remaining glass and makes their way into the school. Footage from a hallway shows an alarm going off while the shooter roams the halls with one of 3 guns drawn. They're seen entering and exiting this portion of the hallway a few times before heading off. The shooter is reported to have been a student at the school and had maps of the school at home along with a manifesto. The shooter then moves down a bigger, empty hallway past a children's ministry door. One of the victims of the shooting turned out to be the 9-year-old daughter of the lead pastor at the school's church.
Lead pastor, you see? The 9-year-old daughter of the lead pastor. Okay, so the Lord killed this man's daughter, supposedly. Okay, allegedly. Okay, as they say. The Lord had this man's daughter get killed. He was the lead pastor. Which reminds me of, I want to do a video and I got to find it. But it was a damn pastor that passed by our camp last week. And I was behind the camera. And he walked past with his family 2 times, and then he was talking shit, on his breath, saying, yeah, not, everybody's not there yet. So some Christian shit he was saying, pretty much talking shit. I called him out, and he was like, I said something, pastor, and he said, pastor, you heard my voice? I didn't really know if he was a pastor. And I just, he had that look, and he said, oh, you heard my voice, huh? You heard my voice, huh? I gotta see if I can get it, but I heard the damn bacon and pork grease in your damn voice, man. But these pastors, let me grab that real quick. All they doing is scattering the flock, man. They trying to deceive. Okay. Let me see. This is Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe, which means misery and destruction, be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith Yahawah. So, if this is real, as they say, then this pastor, is feeling that woe right now. Much more is coming. Therefore, thus saith the Most High, Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahushai of Israel, of Israel, not the whole world, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit you the evil of your doings, saith Yahawah. All right.
Tropical storm Nicole right now.
This footage is said to be edited, so no footage of actual shots being fired has been seen by the public. As officers arrived, they heard shots from the 2nd floor. Police say the shooter was firing through a window at arriving cop cars.
But I bet you if it was a Jake, nothing would have been edited, man. Okay? These damn devils.
Nashville will also.
Tropical storm Nicole right now.
Like I said, though, I saw a video
Footage
on
is
Twitter
said
of the body cam of the cops go in and supposedly shoot this individual, allegedly, and killing them.
No footage of actual shots being fired has been seen by the public. As officers arrived, they heard shots from the 2nd floor. Police say the shooter was firing through a window at arriving cop cars. Nashville police said they will also release body camera footage from responding officers soon.
Yeah, so I guess that's the body footage
Window
that I saw, yesterday. Them supposedly shooting this individual. Like I said, it's all this is allegedly, for what is true and what is false. I pray that's the edifying for elect. Shalom, kwame shalom about the ball. I want to be very careful with my words because they'll try to strike the video, and they had find this guy Alex Jones $1 billion for fucking what he said about that school shooting in Covington or whatever. So these these devils are they definitely moving, man. They definitely moving. All right, pay attention. With that being said, I'm gonna say shalom, kwame shalom about the ball. Shalom.
Police said